Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. I'm going to be playing another game of Five Dice Football with my Iron Crown Football League. If any of you are interested in the Five Dice Football game or want to reach out to Kevin, I have his email there on the screen. Excuse me. Go ahead and email him if you have any questions about it. He has a YouTube channel that you can go to and see him play the game. It's got Facebook groups if you're on Facebook. But that's the best way to get a hold of him right there, his email address, and he'll get back to you promptly. Okay, so let's get on with the game here. Today's game is going to be Johnstown versus Hamilton. They're both 2-1. Johnstown offense. I'm sorry, Hamilton's offense is just a little bit better. A little bit better. They do have 3 chances to score a TD. Although on that third chance for their offense, a 9, they have to throw a 1 to get that. Their field goal looks like Johnstown is got the advantage on the field goal. They have two chances to make it, where Hamilton has 1. And then for defense, Johnstown will be working off of Hamilton's, gives them a 3 chance touchdown, where Hamilton will deal with Johnstown's tight defense and only get 2 chances. Same with the field goals, they flip-flop. So that's it. Let's get going here. I'm going to roll for the weather to see if there is any effect. And here we go. We got a 17. That is going to be an effect. That is going to be light rain. And that's going to be a +1 for both teams. So the home team will be a 1 through 6. And the away team, 1 through 5. For a chance to roll the 20-sided dice. All right. Okay, let me see who's going first. Again, as always, I use a 6-sided dice. Even the home team goes first. The visiting team. And let me knock down my lamp here. Okay, it's a 4. So home team will get the ball first. Let me get all my dice here. What I use, obviously, is 5 10-sided dice. And I use, to go with that, the same color 5 6-sided dice for the player finder to see who did the scoring for the touchdown. Here we go. Okay, starting out with black. A 9 for Hamilton. They do have a chance. They got to roll a 1, so here we go. And it's a 2. Excuse me. So they do not get that. That is going to be a punt. I'm sorry, a turnover on downs. Okay, yellow. What do they have for yellow? They have an 8. That is an automatic touchdown. Now we have to roll to see if they get the extra point. They need a 9, a 1 through 9. And they get a 1 exactly. So that's 7. Now we're going to roll the black and yellow guy to see. Oh, I didn't put that up there, did I? Give me 1 second. I got to see what their percentages are. Johnstown is a 1 through 50, and Hamilton is a 1 through 55. So Johnstown 1 through 50, and Hamilton is a 1 through 55. Okay, so 55 below, it's going to be a pass TD. Anything higher will be a run TD. Here we go. 23. So that's going to be a pass TD. And that's going to be a pass TD from Dalton to, and that was the yellow die. So the yellow over here is a 6, and that's going to be Barrett. To Barrett. That's the tight end. All right, there we go. Blue. Let's see what blue is showing. Blue is showing a 5. That's nothing. That's a punt. And we're going to move on down to red. Red, we have a 9. So we have a 9. So they get a chance here. They got to throw a 1. And it's a 5. So that's going to be a punt. I'm sorry, I keep saying that. Turnover on downs. When you have a touchdown that has a split, if you don't get it, that's a turnover on downs. So let me spell that right. Not turnover, it's turnover on downs. All right, orange. What is orange showing us? A 7. That's an automatic touchdown. We're going to roll for the extra point, a 1 again. So they get another 7 points. And let's find out what that was. That's going to be a 39. That is going to be another passing TD. TD pass by Dalton to, that's orange, 4. 4, 4, 4. That is going to be Caldwell, the receiver. Caldwell. All right. First half for the home team is over. They have 14. Let me grab my dice here. Back onto, or back in the tray here. Okay, we got that over there. All right. All the dice are back. Here we go. Let's see. See what Johnstown can do. Here we go. All right, starting out, they got a 5. That is nothing. That's a punt. I'm going to punt the ball away. Next, yellow. That's a 4. So they have a chance here. They got to roll a 3 or less to get the field goal. Here we go. It's a 1. Field goal is good. Field goal by their kicker is Sterling. All right, blue. Blue showing a 5. That's going to be a punt. Red. Red is a 1. That's a punt. Really enjoy the 5 dice football game because it's quick. I mean, this is possession, basically dice by dice. But, well, I shouldn't say dice by dice. I'm throwing them all at once. This is a half. But you could actually, if you want to, just throw one at a time. Alternate between teams. Orange is a 0. So they have a 1 through 5 chance. 1 through 5, Johnstown. Let's see here. And they threw a 5 exactly, so they get to throw the 20-sided dice. See what they get. And it's a 6. Let me see. I don't think 6 is anything. Of course, I don't have it pulled up here. Why would I be ready, right? Give me a second. Give me 1 second here. What I say, a 6? Okay. And all this crap here. Okay. 6 is nothing. So that's a punt. All right. So after the first half, Hamilton 14, Johnstown 3. So let's gather these again. Gather me dice. All right. So let's see here. Hamilton's winning. They'll go first. Second half. Here we go. All right, starting out with black. And black starts out with a 4. So Hamilton 4. Now remember, second half we have to go off the opponent's dice. So they have a chance here. 4. They got to throw a 6 or less. Get a 2. So that field goal is good. 3. Field goal by Thorn. All right. Now we got yellow. Yellow's a 1. Nothing. Punt. Blue is another field goal. Automatic. 3. And that's going to be field goal by Thorn. All right, red is a 4. Let's see, they get a chance for another field goal. Thorn is just out there. And it's a 9. They get a missed field goal. So that's 0. Missed field goal. Now we have orange. Orange is a 6. That's nothing. What a punt. Okay, Hamilton ends our day with 20 points. All right, gather them dice. Let's see if Johnstown can make a comeback here. Here we go. Okay, starting out, second half, 3, automatic field goal. That's a good sign. Sterling. Moving on to yellow. Yellow's a field goal, automatic, 3. And we're just going to do this here. Blue. Blue is a 9. Blue is a 9. Johnstown, they do have a chance. They got to get a 2 or less. 2 or less. Here we go. That's an 8. So that's a punt or a turnover and downs. I know some of you are probably like, oh, why aren't you just abbreviating? I enjoy typing this out. I like to, actually see what it's, everything it says. So much for the abbreviation. Minus, your field goals. Red is a 6. I'm sorry, red's a 1. That's nothing. That's a punt. And orange is a 6. And that's nothing. Punt. So that's going to be the ball game there, guys. And the final score is going to be Hamilton, who are now 3-1, 20 to Johnstown's 9. They fall to 2-2. So 3-1 to 2-2. Let's go ahead and put that score in. Hamilton 20 to 9. And let's check the old standings here. Hamilton 3-1. Johnstown falls to 2-2. Let's see. So Gary's put up a massive 134 points. But I think almost every game they've played, they've gotten like 30-something points a game almost, except for one game. Hamilton's right behind them with 88. So if these two meet in the championship, should be a good game. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this game. I'll probably film another one here. But until then, if I don't do it again, then you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you very much.